event. So I mainly want to provide a basic brief how this event is going to happen and the overall format of this event. So this is going to be a 10-hour non-stop virtual event, and we will be running three tracks in parallel. One for Azure Security and Compliance, and the second one for Microsoft 365 Security and Compliance, and the last one, the third one is for Power Platform and Endpoint Securities. All the sessions are going to be deep dive with a lot of demos. We have speakers from all over the world. Almost we have 52 speakers from all over the world. The speakers are from various categories like industry leaders, cybersecurity experts, Microsoft MVPs, and we have a dedicated set of speakers from the Microsoft product group and engineering team who are involved in the security space. And in this session, you are going to have a lot of question and answers, and it will be going to be a nice networking. And we have a special keynote from the industry leader, Yuri, who is a principal PM manager from Microsoft. And at the end of the event, we are going to have a quiz. And this time we are going to have 5 prizes for the quiz. By attending the quiz, there are chances to win 5 prizes worth 60K. And now I am going to provide the session guidelines. So each track going to have a separate Teams meeting URL, which you can find it on the event website. That is for track one, that is for Azure Security and Compliance, there will be a separate Teams meeting URL. And for Microsoft 365 Security and Compliance, going to be a separate URL. And for Power Platform and other endpoint security is going to be a separate URL. So basically, if you are interested on Azure track, you just need to stick on to that particular specific track one URL alone. The speakers will, once the session is completed, the next speaker will join automatically. So no need to jump between the various Teams meeting URL. Suppose in case if you are interested to join various sessions from different tracks, in that case, you need to switch between the Teams meeting. So throughout the session, please kindly mute yourself, keep muted throughout the session, and the speakers will be taking the question at the end of the session. So please keep muted yourself till the end. At the end of the session, you can mute yourself and then ask the questions during the Q&A time. Suppose if you have a specific question during the session, kindly post in the chat window so that the speakers can take them at the end of the session. And after the session is over, please stay on the same meeting URL, and the next speaker will join on the Teams meeting and present his or her session. So all the session will start on the exact time mentioned in the agenda. So if you spend too much time on asking questions, then the next session will get delayed, or the entire event might prolong than planned. So please, each session will be for 45 minutes. Suppose if you still have the questions and the time is over, the 45 minutes is over, in that case, kindly post it in the chat window. The speaker will try to answer the questions through the chat window itself, or else you can contact them through the social media handles. For all the speakers, we have in the event website, we have posted all the speakers' social media handles are available. You can contact them through their LinkedIn chat or anything. And please make sure to sign up on the quiz hub to attend the quiz at the end of the session. We are going to conduct the quiz at the end of the event, that is from 7 to 7:15 p.m. So to attend the quiz, you need to sign up for the quiz hub. In the chat window, we will be posting the URL for the quiz hub. Kindly sign up for the quiz hub. And we can ship only the prices within India alone due to logistics reasons. And we kindly request all the attendees to join our Microsoft 365 and Power Platform India user group. We will post all the important URLs in the chat window. You can click on that and keep ready the sign up and keep the credentials for quiz hub ready. I request all the attendees to give a good shout out for all the organizers, the moderators, the volunteers. Without them, this event might not be possible. They have made a lot of efforts to have this event running. And we have, as I already mentioned, we have almost 52 users, 52 speakers from various parts of the world. And these are the 5 prizes which we'll be having for the quiz. So the one is OnePlus Pad Go, and then the Lenovo Tab, Amazon Echo Show, a boat, smartwatch, and OnePlus earbuds. So again, this is the URL to attend the quiz at the end. So keep sign up and ready. So I want to thank all the sponsors on behalf of the organizing team and the moderators, Microsoft, Pantera, Cloud.Tech, Rapid Circle, Assisto 365, Rencore, and CloudBat. So I welcome all of you to attend the welcome keynote speaker from Yuri. Just give me a moment. I will be playing the recording, the keynote speaker recording. I think someone is on mute. Uh, Samit Feroz, whether the screen is visible? Shall I?
Yes, Parmal.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Parmal.
Parimal, audio is not coming.
Okay. One moment. Let me check.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to India Cloud Security Summit. I'm very pleased to be here today delivering this keynote.
Audio is okay now?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it's extremely important for the entire community to come together and brainstorm ideas about how to create a safer cloud for everyone. Cloud is based on trust. So we need to have technology in place to improve cloud security. And with that, my presentation is about an integrated approach to cloud security. My name is Yuri Diorgis. I'm a principal program manager at Microsoft, and my team works with Defender for Cloud. We are responsible for ensure that our customers are deploying Defender for Cloud, which is our CNAPP platform. So with that, let me go over some of important points about this integrated approach to cloud security. One of the major challenges in cloud computing is ensuring that you have visibility and you have control across different workloads and also across different cloud providers.
Taramal,
Parmal.
the audio is gone.
The audio is gone.
Perumal sir, the audio is gone again. We can't hear you. You are in mute, sir.
No, there was some noise or anything, so I have paused the video. I will start again.
Recommendations, and they don't talk to each other, which creates this silo approach, which is very challenging. Not only when you are managing one cloud provider with different workloads, but imagine when you are managing different cloud providers. It's really challenge, and not only it creates this fatigue in secure operations and in the cloud security posture management teams, but it also creates those gaps in your security strategy because you don't know what you don't know. So if someone onboards a new subscription or a new project and provision a new workload, you have no visibility, and it becomes a problem.
Perumal, again audio is gone. And you are on mute. I think somebody is muting all. Is that the problem?
I will play the recording again. Samiki, you can see now how it is.
Increase when you have multiple vendors and multiple dashboards to manage your overall secure posture. So this is a real problem with the traditional silo approach. And there are other problems with the silo approach. There is lack of integration with cloud security tools in DevOps pipelines. Because the reality is we are more and
Perumal,
Vimal,
again it's mute.
the voice
Yeah,
is
now it's
gone.
fine. Yeah, now still again same problem. You are on mute, Perumal. We are still having no audio.
I'm not able to hear.
I think we're hearing from Perumal's machine, on the speaker. So whenever the Perumal is on mute, we can't hear what
It is
the
echoing.
speaker is saying.
Yeah, so it echoes actually.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, actually, I kept it as unmute, but don't know why someone is muting me. Okay. I will keep it as unmute. I will keep both the Teams window and the video and everything together so that if someone is mutes me, I will unmute and continue.
is that those two do not integrate. And then, according to the Microsoft Enterprise DevOps report, 54% of the enterprise lacks secure integration with DevOps pipelines. So there is a huge opportunity there to do something better when it comes to DevOps pipelines. The other thing that we have is lack of visibility into multi-cloud secure posture and compliance. Again, in the beginning, I said that a lot of organizations, they are using this multi-cloud approach. for business reasons sometimes it's because one of their workloads needs to be in one cloud provider for legacy purpose or operational purpose or technology purpose. It doesn't really matter. What matters is it should not influence your overall cybersecurity strategy. You should have visibility across all those workloads. You should have control of all of the workloads when it comes to posture management. But there is a lack of integration when it comes to security posture and compliance. Remember, compliance is that second lenses that we put on top of those workloads to understand not only if certain workloads are compliant to a certain industry standards, but also to understand how you are evolving on that journey to become fully compliant. So besides the posture management, you also have the compliance lens. So according to Microsoft Cloud Security Priorities and practice research, 86% of surveyed security decision makers think their multi-cloud environment aren't keeping up with their cybersecurity strategy. It makes total sense. It makes total sense because there is a disconnection between tools. Not every tool is able to give you deep visibility across all cloud providers. And when they do, it's not sufficient because it's not really streamlining that information in an intelligent manner for you to make the right decision in what to prioritize, right? So there is really this gap that to be certain about and know what to do. What's the problem with that? When you work under those conditions, you are increasing the risk, increase the likelihood of being compromised. And if you look at this information, according to IBM research, the global average costs of data breach in 2023 so far is $4.45 million, 15% increase over the 3 years. That's gigantic. That's enormous. If you do not take actions to prevent, to have the right security controls in place to at least decrease the likelihood of compromise, you are basically dealing with that. So you don't want to be on that place. So what is the solution? Well, the solution is ensuring that we have integrated code to cloud in a multi-cloud strategy. So we need to ensure that DevOps security is integrated with cloud security posture management, with cloud workload protection, and cloud infrastructure entitlement management. This is something that Gartner calls the CNAPP platform, the Cloud Native Application Protection Platform. The idea is to collect all the insights from different artifacts like code, data, storage, identity, and feed these insights into this engine that has all those elements in this engine. It integrates insights from DevOps security, from cloud security posture management, from workload protection, and from entitlement management as well. And the output of that is really empowering you to make the right decisions, to make the right decision by prioritizing what is really important to your environment. So when we think about what Defender for Cloud does, is Defender for Cloud is our true CNAPP strategy. We are gathering all this data from DevOps pipeline, from compute, identity, external attack surface management, and we are put into this life cycle management where we have code to cloud and runtime protection across all cloud providers that we do support, including on-premise, right? Because as you can see on the diagram, Defender for Cloud also supports on-premise, and it's a very, very important step because on-premise is part of large organizations, and these organizations, they are not giving away their on-premises resources. They might be migrating into the cloud some of these resources, but during a long period of time,
Rumal, it's again mute.
You what is necessary. One of the things that we give you is an intelligent way of implement infrastructure as code scanning. We give this as part of the platform. We also give attack path analysis as part of Defender CSPM and all our portfolio of threat detection as part of the different Defender for Cloud plans. And with that, we also need secure governance, which is also included in the platform, because in this journey to make cloud a safer place, you need governance, and that's another challenge on its own because a lot of companies they invest a lot on threat detection, but they keep not doing the proactive work. And what we want you to do is to be proactive. We want you to ensure that you have the right tools to make improvements on the security posture of your environment to avoid, in first place, that threat actors are able to get into your environment because you are closing all the doors, you are hardening the resources, you are decreasing the likelihood of compromise by implementing all that. So what we've done at Ignite 2023 is we brought a lot of innovations in this area. One of the things that we brought was this unified identity and access permission insights with our integration with Microsoft Entra permission management. The whole idea of this is really to centralize permission creep index, is to drive least privilege across controls of cloud resources and get a more proactive approach by leveraging attack path analysis to expose vulnerabilities across Azure, AWS, and GCP. We also add support for GitLab. And one very important thing that we've done. At Ignite, we released the integration of DevOps security capabilities as part of Defender CSPM plan, which means that now, if you have Defender CSPM, you get also DevOps security premium capabilities. This is all part of Defender CSPM. So if you are a Defender CSPM customer, great. You have this as part of the same price and everything. The other thing that we've done is we improve our container security across multi-cloud environments. Basically, we add support to Amazon EKS and Google EKS clusters in this contextual graph and our agentless vulnerability assessment. All those things were added as part of the Ignite announcement. Now, one that is very important announcement is the proactive attack path analysis across cloud and faster risk mitigation. Let me explain a little bit about that. The attack path analysis is basically our vision of how can I connect all the insights that were gathered and identify potential paths of compromise in your environment. For example, I understand that there are VMs that are exposed to the internet, and that's a good insight. But what if the threat actor is able to access that VM and then move laterally to a storage account or move laterally to another resource and from there gain access to the data? That's really what is important for you to know is what are the potential attack paths. And sometimes there are more than one in one single resource. For example, on this new approach, we are dynamically identify potential paths and we are creating dynamically all those paths to you, and we are prioritizing this based on the type of data because we know the data sensitivity information of those elements, for example a database or a storage account, so we can rank and say, hey, look at this is important because this storage account has PII, so this is critical, you need to address right away. So we are giving you this perspective of the risk factor within this context. So it's super, super valuable because now you have a way to prioritize what is important to you. The other thing about this new attack path, this proactive attack path, is the capability to detect attack cross-cloud. Now, this is very, very amazing. And I'm always excited when I talk about this capability because what if a threat actor starts the attack in one cloud provider and jump to the other? We've seen this in our analytics. It happens that the threat actor starts, for example, the attack campaign by exploiting a vulnerability in a VM that was also exposed to the internet. And that VM has information that allows the threat actor to jump into AWS resource or a GCP resource. It doesn't really matter. The matter is attack path now with the cross-cloud capability is able to identify this scenario cross-cloud. So this is an innovation that we are bringing to this new attack path. We also released the Defender for APIs in GA, which is also a very important plan because it gives you visibility of potential attacks against your APIs. And a lot of customers, they really don't have API security in their roadmap. They don't even know that there is the potential of compromise by just attacking their API calls. So this is a very important feature. We are bringing not only the secure posture management capability, but also threat detection. All right. And one of the biggest announcements was the integration of Defender for Cloud with Secure Copilot. This is very exciting. This is actually in private preview right now. And the idea is to give you two scenarios. One is to help you to drill down the recommendations, get more information about what that recommendation means, and you can interact because Copilot will be embedded into the Defender for Cloud dashboard, so you can interact with Copilot, ask questions about your security recommendations, and drill down to understand more about it. The other thing that is very magical is the assistance that Copilot will give it to you when it comes to remediation. Basically, we are using the power of AI to understand how to create automations and potential scripts to remediate the security recommendations. So this is super powerful, still in private preview, but is already available for some customers. So just some final thoughts. When you are thinking about CNAPP, you really need to think about these points. It's not only about one cloud provider, it's not only about multi-cloud, it's also about hybrid scenarios with on-premise. You need to take into consideration if the solution that you are adopting is capable of monitoring on-premise, and Defender for Cloud is. CSPM is important, but you have to have a contextualization to prioritize what is important to you. We are bringing this contextualization in the new recommendations dashboard, as well as in the attack path, part of the attack path. Native integration with CAN and DevOps, something that is out of the box in Defender for Cloud. CWP tailor to different workloads. This is super important because if you have threat detection for VMs, it's not the same thing as threat detection for a storage account. The threat landscape is different. So each detection needs to be tailored for that specific workload. And last but not least, proactive hunting capabilities. You need to be able to use all this data that is available in Defender for Cloud that collects for you and do hunting. And we do that with Cloud Security Explorer. So with that, I'd like to thank you, all the sponsors. I'd like to thank you for joining this event. I hope that you have a great event throughout the day. And thank you very much for your time.